What is agriculture? The word agriculture is derived from Latin words ager or agri, meaning soil, and culture, meaning cultivation or tilling of soil. It includes growing crops, vegetables, fruits, flowers, and rearing of livestock. 70% of India's population is dependent on agriculture. Agriculture in different parts of the world. Agriculture is possible if suitable land, soil, and climatic conditions are available for it. Different parts of the world have different types of land, soil, and climatic conditions, and thus they have different types of crops. Types of farming. Depending on the size of landholding, geographical conditions, labor used, and the type of technology adopted, farming can be classified into two main types. Subsistence farming. Commercial farming. Subsistence farming. Subsistence farming is practiced by a farmer to meet the needs of his family. Size of the landholdings is small. Members of the household work on the farm themselves. Use of technology is bare minimum. Farming is done by using animals and simple tools. Farm output is just enough to sustain farmer's family. Farmers are poor and have a low standard of living. Subsistence farming can be further classified into intensive subsistence farming, primitive subsistence farming. What is intensive subsistence agriculture? This type of agriculture is practiced in regions having fertile land, enough rainfall, and sunshine for growing more than one crop in a year. Features of intensive subsistence agriculture. Farm size is small, but every bit of cultivable land is utilized for farming. Less use of farm machines and more use of labor. Use of simple tools and animals like buffaloes and oxen. Use of irrigation for meeting water needs. Use of high-yielding variety of seeds, natural manure, chemical insecticides, pesticides and fertilizers to increase productivity. Main crop is rice. Other crops include wheat, maize, oilseeds, and pulses. What is primitive subsistence agriculture? Nomadic herding. Practiced by nomadic tribes who rear different types of animals like goats, sheep, or yak. Animals provide milk and meat, wool and hides. They move from place to place in search of pasture land or water for their animals. They earn a living by selling the animal products. Shifting cultivation. Shifting cultivation, also known as slash and burn agriculture, is a primitive way of agriculture practiced by tribals. The tribals clear a plot of land by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes are then mixed with the soil to make them more fertile, to grow crops like maize, yam, potatoes, and cassava. After the soil loses its fertility, the cultivators move to another area. It is practiced in areas of heavy rainfall, where regeneration of forests is quick. Commercial farming. What is commercial farming? Commercial farming means farming for a profit. In commercial farming, modern technology is used for production of crops for sale in the market. It includes commercial grain farming, mixed farming, plantation agriculture. Commercial gain farming. In commercial gain farming, crops are grown for commercial purpose. Wheat and maize are common commercially grown grains. Major areas practicing this type of farming are temperate grasslands like prairies of North America, pampas of South America, and steppes in Eurasia. These areas are sparsely populated. Due to severe winters, only a single crop can be sown in summer season. Features of commercial farming. There are large farms spreading over hundreds of hectares. The capital invested is very high. Employs very few workers. Farming operations are fully mechanized. Combine harvesters and threshers are used for different farming activities. Farms have proper storage facilities. A network of transport connects the farms to the nearest commercial center. Mixed farming. In mixed farming, the land is used for growing food and fodder crops, as well as for rearing livestock. Features of mixed farming. Crop rotation is practiced. Farmers grow oats and wheat along with corn. Cattle are reared for meat and milk. Farmers also keep pigs and poultry. Farmers earn more from the same farmland. Animal waste is used as manure. Waste from the farm is used for feeding animals. Plantation agriculture. Plantation agriculture means planting a single type of tree or bush crop on a very extensive scale. Crops like tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew, rubber, banana, or cotton give yield over the years. Features of plantation agriculture. Plantation agriculture requires a huge capital. Farms are very large. Intensive use of machines and skilled labor. Plantations are managed like an industry. The produce is processed on the farm itself or in nearby factories. Plantations are well linked to the markets with means of transport and communication. Major crops. Various types of major crops can be categorized in the following types. Food crops such as rice, wheat, millets. Beverage crops such as tea and coffee. Fiber crops such as cotton and jute. Cash crops such as sugarcane and rubber. What are food crops? The main food crops are rice, wheat, maize, and millet. They are also called cereals. Rice. Rice is the most important food crop of the world. It is the staple food for more than half of the world's population. It grows well in warm and humid areas. Requires high temperature between 20 degrees Celsius and 40 degrees Celsius. Requires abundant rainfall, more than 100 centimeters. Requires flooded fields and bright sunlight. Requires clay soil which can retain water. Wheat. Wheat is the second most popular staple food in the world. Wheat crops grow well in a cool climate with a moderate rainfall. They require temperatures below 25 degrees Celsius. They require a rainfall of about 50 to 75 centimeters. They require a well-drained, loamy soil. Maize. Maize, also known as corn, is one of the widely grown crops around the world. It needs a moderate temperature and rainfall, lots of sunshine and well-drained fertile soils. In areas of lesser rainfall, the crop is irrigated. Maize is used as a food as well as fodder. Its stalk is fed to the cattle. It is also used to make cornflakes, starch, beer, and alcohol. Millets. Millets are a group of coarse grains like jowar, bajra, and ragi. Millets grow in areas of moderate to high temperature. They require low rainfall. They require less fertile and sandy soil. Widely grown as cereal crops or grains for fodder and human food. They have a high nutritional value. What are beverage crops? Coffee. Coffee is a favorite drink around the world. It grows on hill slopes. It requires warm and wet climate. It needs well-drained loamy soil. It needs rainfall more than 100 centimeters. Tea. Tea is a popular beverage crop grown on plantations. It is obtained from the young leaves of the tea plant. Tea requires cool climate. It needs well-distributed, high rainfall around 200 centimeters throughout the year. It needs well-drained loamy soils. It grows on gentle hill slopes. It requires a large labor force to pick the tender tea leaves. What are fiber crops? Cotton. Cotton is a very important fiber crop. It is the basic raw material for cotton textile industry. It is a tropical plant. Black soil is most suitable for growing cotton. It grows best in places having high temperature, light rainfall, 210 frost-free days, and bright sunshine for its growth. Good rainfall in the beginning and sunny and dry weather at the time of ripening are well suited for a good crop. Jute. Jute is also known as golden fiber. It is one of the cheapest and strongest natural fibers. It is grown in the tropical areas. It requires high temperature, heavy rainfall, and humid climate. It grows well on alluvial soil of river valleys and deltas. What are cash crops? Sugarcane. In the tropical regions, sugarcane is an important commercial crop. It is a kind of tall grass with a thick stem. It grows to a height of 3 meters or more. It requires hot and humid climate. It requires a well-drained fertile soil and a level land. Rubber. Rubber tree grows in equatorial region. It requires a hot and wet climate, temperature above 30 degrees Celsius and rainfall over 200 centimeters. Rubber is made by processing the thick milky liquid tapped from the tree. Agricultural development in India. India is an agricultural country. Agriculture is the backbone of Indian economy. Nearly 2/3 of its population depends directly on agriculture for its livelihood. Agriculture meets the food requirements of a large population of India. It ensures food security for the country. It produces several raw materials for various agro-based industries.